What is up, guys? Welcome to another Tonix Tuesday. So the other day, I'm just scrolling through YouTube, and this video pops up on my recommended feed. It's apparently Pentatonix singing and counting to 5 on the Muppet classic Sesame Street. I watched Sesame Street as a kid. I'm sure many of you did as well. It's kind of like a childhood staple at this point. It's been around for, I don't even have a guess. 50 years? I don't know. A very, very long time. And the fact that Pentatonix was on it is really awesome. Probably opened them up to like a whole new generation of fans, which is just spectacular for them. So yeah, I'm really excited to check this out. So thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, if this is your first time at the channel, I react to a different Pentatonix song every single Tuesday. Tonix Tuesday. So definitely consider hitting that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. But let's go ahead and get into it.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
They all look so happy.
There's just one me, nobody like me. Take a look and see. Just one me, the smile on my face is like no smiling you've seen. I'm one special person, do you know what I mean? There is just one me.
Oh, the number one is not my favorite.
Oh, this is so cool. I'm just gonna keep adding members.
Only me and there's no you. But 1 plus 1, you see, makes 2, that's you and me. It's more fun when 1 and 1 make 2. It's more fun when 1 and 1 make 2.
Oh, my Scott and Kirsty harmonies. So good.
3.
1, 2,
3.
3 is you and I. 1, 2,
3.
3 is middle. Low.
And
A perfect trio. 3, 1, 2,
1, 2, 3 people filled with pride. 1, 2, 3 partners side by side.
1, 2,
3 souls, 1 perfect harmony.
Aw, I am kind of surprised 3 wasn't the trio.
4.
Oh, 4.
2, 3, 4.
We're gonna sing about 4. 4 is the legs on an old easy chair. 4 is the corners of a
1, 2, 3,
square.
4. Come on, guys, let's tell them
Oh,
more.
4. We'll sing some more about 4.
Oh, Avi, I miss you so much.
On a spotted blue cow. 4 people singing right
4
now.
people singing right now. 5.
Oh, 5 is such a pretty number.
Aww.
I'm awfully glad that I've got 5 people in my family.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1,
2,
4.
5.
Oh my god. What? Oh my god, that was so good. I almost feel bad that it was on Sesame Street, because you know those kids cannot appreciate the awesomeness that we saw in that like 3-minute video. That was incredible, and what a cool way to do it too. Starting with just Scott and then adding different, adding a different person for number 2, number 3, my personal favorite, number 4. That was so much fun. I wonder if Pentatonix had that idea, or like how much Sesame Street had like influence in that. If they were like, hey, we want to do a counting thing, and then they were like, oh, let's write something. Or if they had the idea first, like, yes, we're going to do this awesome counting arrangement, and it's going to be incredible. It's going to be stellar. Kevin's going to get to be front and center. We're going to have a fucking spectacular breakdown between all of the numbers. I loved this. I loved this so much. I loved so much that Scott and Kirsty were 2. Like, I feel like it just makes sense conceptually for the number 2 to be Mitch and Scott because of their, superfruit work and all of that. And I just, like I said, Kirsty and Scott, arguably my favorite duet in Pentatonix. Like, if I'm only going to listen to 2 people from Pentatonix harmonize, they are probably my favorite 2. So that really warmed my soul. And then seeing 3 not be the trio. They even said the word trio in number 3's little bit. And again, you would think the trio, number 3, would be the trio, Mitch, Scott, and Kirsty. But again, they flip it on its head, and it's not. It is now Mitch and Scott and Avi. Or I'm sorry, Scott, Kirsty, and Avi. And that's really cool. Kind of at least kept me guessing, because I thought that I knew where it was going. Completely wrong. But this whole concept was awesome. Pentatonix, the 5 of them, showing how to count to 5 while doing a really, really kick-ass concept of a song, of an arrangement. Like, I love it when harmonies, just kind of build and build and build, which is all over an a cappella, which I really enjoy. But literally hearing them go from 1 person to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, what an interesting idea. And it was just executed perfectly. And going back to the Kirsty, Scott, and Avi number 3 kind of harmonies, I don't know if I've ever heard just the 3 of them together. Like, I feel if it's Avi, Kirsty, and Scott, Mitch is usually there as well. I was very impressed with that. Like, God, these guys are so talented. And what fun to do this for Sesame Street. And speaking of Avi, like, Avi is just fucking adorable. Like, the one point where I think he goes like, come on, guys, let's tell them more. But with that Avi look on his face and that unbelievably low voice, oh, I miss him. Like, just his presence, even obviously his voice, but just like, I don't know. He just always looks like he's having such a fun time. And so is Matt. And I'm not necessarily comparing them. I just feel like whenever I say I miss Avi, I feel like there's always 1 or 2 people in the comments that's like, oh, he doesn't like Matt. Not true. Not true at all. I love Matt. Just, you always miss what you don't have. So not having Avi, he'll always have that special place in my heart. Because, he was there when I got introduced to Pentatonix. Actually, he was probably already out of the group, but, I was raised, quote unquote, on Avi. And Kevin getting the lead too is great. I love to hear that. And this was really cool too, because I don't think there were any like backing harmonies, or if they were very, very quiet. They were very toned down. So it was literally all Kevin. Like, everybody knows Kevin is an incredible beatboxer, but unless you seek out like very specific Pentatonix tracks or his KO solo stuff, you might not know that he is a very, very talented singer in his own right. And, Sesame Street being, probably broadcast to 100 million homes. It's really cool that maybe people that weren't aware of that fact now are. Like, everything about this, I just really, really liked. And Mitch as well. Like, I don't think I've ever seen Mitch look so reserved as far as, like, wardrobe ever more than this, which is funny. Like, that's I don't know if Sesame Street asked him to do that, or if he just kind of thought, it's Sesame Street, I might, tone it down a little bit. But either way, this was awesome. This was so good. And yeah, I'm actually really surprised that in like the history of Tonix Tuesday, I don't think this has ever been requested, which is kind of weird considering how much at least I liked it. But I did notice though, on the original video on like Sesame Street's YouTube channel, there is a shit ton of dislikes. Like, there's like almost 200,000 dislikes on this video. And I don't understand why. Like, having watched it, I don't know how anybody could dislike it. It wasn't even like really childish. Like, this was exactly what it needed to be, and then some. If you guys didn't like it, please let me know. I always like to see, from different sides of the aisle, if you will. So yeah, let me know that down in the comments. Otherwise, I loved this. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have an awesome rest of your Tonix Tuesday, and I will see you all in a reaction very soon.